Hey, so what's going on, guys? This is my first time using StreamYard, but I figured I would use it, try it out. It's a late night. I hope you guys can hear me correctly. Let me know if you can't hear me. Like I said, this is my first time using this, but I'm pretty nifty at things, so I'm a quick learner. I don't know how this is going to translate out on YouTube as far as getting me out there. Of course, right now I'm not going to be on camera with y'all. It's a late night. But I saw another content creator, and she was talking about Jaguar Wright tonight as well. It's been many a topic of discussion with many of us. And hey, what's going on? Hey, yeah, I done learned how to use the StreamYard joint. You know what I'm saying? Had to learn how to use that, so y'all gonna see me on this now. It took me a minute, but I've been spending the past hour and a half trying to learn how to use this. So now the Cash App is on the screen. I can see very clearly, whatever. I'm definitely gonna get the updated version. Turn my background music off. Okay, cool. Hold on, let me see how I do that shit. See, I didn't even mean to do that either. How you turn this shit off? Broadcast info settings, audio. I think I fucked up. I don't know how to turn the music off. Hold on one second, though. I'm gonna figure it out. If not, I'll start this bitch over. I really don't know how to turn off the background music, though. Let me see. Recording, maybe it's there. Nah, it's not there either. Hold on, audio. Nah, it's not there. General. Guest layouts. Nah. Y'all gotta bear with me. I'm trying to figure this shit out. So if y'all know it, type it in the chat room how I cut off the music. It's right there. I don't know how to cut off the music. I might have to start this motherfucker over. I hope not. I was hoping not. Hold on. I think I got something. Boom. There we go. All right. See, I told you I'm a quick learner, so we just learned how to do that. So Miss Lady Red Sparkle, like I said, it's my first time, very first time using this whole thing. So learning as we go. All right. So y'all stick with me. But anyway, man, I wanted to just do one real quick, utilizing this joint since it took me a minute to learn how to use it. I've been really trying to focus on using it for like a week, and then tonight I was like, yo, you know what? I think I got it now. So let me go ahead and just do one real quick. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure I'll learn how to use it better and better, whatever. And I think I'm gonna go for the upgraded profile that they got too. As a matter of fact, because I can put my personal stuff up there. So shout out to StreamYard. Like I said, it's my first time using this. Back to Scrams, though. I just wanted to talk about her for like good 10, 15 minutes. I'm going to get up off of here. I saw her talking, and it was another different content creator, and they were talking about her tonight or whatever the case may be. And they had their own, they had their own ideas of what was going on. That's the best way to put it. Their own ideas of what was going on. And I applaud them for that. And I don't think they were too far off or anything. I told you guys I'm sleepy. But what the problem was we cannot enable this woman. You see, this is a woman that is not comfortable where she's at anymore. And as much as she tries to hide it with the fake giggles and all that, because I heard her interaction with them two boys down there tonight earlier, because I had to hear it after I did my live. And I heard her interaction with them two boys, and even they were doubting it. It was like, yeah, sure, sure. She was trying to walk them into something, and they peeped it. So kudos to you boys. You peeped that shit. You peeped that. She was trying to walk them into something. And I said to myself at the time, I said, what a horrible person to do something like that. Why would you try to walk them boys into that like that? But they peeped it. And then I told y'all before, earlier, before I even heard this, I said, beware of women that have that and laughing for this for no reason whatsoever, even when shit ain't funny. Watch for women and men like that. Keep your composure when you're around them, but watch for them. And so I listened to Jaguar Wright for another 30 minutes. I couldn't take any more of it. And she was just sitting there. She was just so matter of factly talking about how she had seen this person sleep with this person. This person likes this sexually, and this person likes that sexually, and this person does this sexually. And I started saying to myself, well, if this shit is true, that would be included and inclined to say that bitch you was part of it too. Is that too far to express? If you sitting there and you talking about everybody and what they did, you know what sexual positions they liked, you know what color toilet paper they used, what color drawers they were, who did this, who did that, everybody from Amber Rose to Charlie Baltimore. She tried to call out a lot of people that some of y'all may or may not know, whatever. And why she picked the day on Sunday, the Lord's day, to do it and raise hell, I do not know, other than she is from the lower chakra of our Taurian system. There are individuals like this. See, our time is Taurus is the second strongest sign in the zodiac. And sometimes it opens us up more keen to demons that could possess us, take our soul momentarily, or sometimes for entirety. It's true. It's very true. You can look that up for yourself. But the second strongest sign in the Gemini in the zodiac, only behind, well, who has a birthday right before us, Aries, the gods and goddesses of war, and they supersede us. But every other sign, it's us. Now you can go look that up right now. I don't have to argue with you about it. And I'm not trying to sound boastful, so that's not my thing. But I'm listening to this boastful woman who earlier in the day tried to convince us of her own interpretation and personal interpretation of the Lord's Prayer and the Bible and the tenets of it and the stories within it, and try to dish it out to us. So future moving along, that's why I said this is a projective manipulation. Future moving on, she could do this 3 or 4 or 5 more times. Everything that she's saying right now is preempted because she's going to do later on if you allow her. And I keep trying to tell y'all that. Like, this bitch is setting up plans for weeks from now. You see what I'm saying? She has mapped out in her head what she's going to do a week from now, a week and a half from now, 2 weeks from now. This is how manipulative she is. I don't know where she learned this manipulation from or why she revisited it, because it sounds like previously she had already been there based off the story she's just said about Amber Rose Eve and all the seedy places she's hanged up in, and how she's the hardest out of everybody, and she's got about 30 motherfuckers she's going to kill right now currently. You talking about niggas going to kill you, but you out here talking about you going to kill people. I'm lost and confused. I'll say this much. Jaguar, right? If you're not careful, sweetheart, the worst is going to happen to you. I'm telling you. And I know she thinks it's not, but I'm telling you it is. The worst is going to happen to her. And the reason the worst is going to happen to her is not because of anybody else's ingenuity but her own. She's a mean woman. You might not have been mean before, but you're mean now. You're a horrible person. You talk down on people to make yourself feel good. And it's self-explanatory in your diatribes that you come up with every day. You have a low self-esteem, man. Justifiably. You're not exactly the girl that everybody looks at now and says, "Oh, I want to fuck her." No, you're fat. You're overweight. You got a double chin now, a double neck. You refuse to go hit the gym. Instead, you want to sit on camera and talk. And I think I may have fucked with your self-esteem too, because your fat ass ain't been on camera for a couple of days now. I don't care what anybody says. You don't have to like it or don't like it. It is. A fat ass ain't been on camera for a couple of days now. Am I the only one that noticed that? If I the only one that noticed that her fat, porky ass ain't been online for the past 2 or 3 days in the physical. All right. She's refrained from using TJ anymore on camera, except for audio spiels about ordering Uber Eats and shit like that. This bitch using y'all money to order Uber Eats. Y'all should go smack the shit out of her. She using y'all money to go order Uber Eats. Uber Eats. 46, 47-year-old woman ain't got enough mental and self-control to realize how much. Get your fat ass up and walk to go get that food. I'm gonna get me a patty melt, a po' boy, and I'm gonna get you a roast beef. Two fat asses. Some woman wrote in my chat room. She said, "Respect women." You want me to respect this fucking cunt? The woman that's been sitting up for the past couple of weeks talking shit about everybody. I'm supposed to respect this bitch? I don't respect her. I'm supposed to respect the chick. I say I don't have to fight her, put my hands on her, or nothing like that, or whatever, whatever. I would never do that. But but the point is, had this woman put on my channel, respect women. I since first of all, bro, you've been online for 11 years. You got 3 videos up and only garnered 16 motherfucking subscribers in 11 years. You ain't quite set the world on fucking fire, did you? You know, and then they put up respect women. And I keep trying to tell you, the sector she's going for, she's going to try to align herself with feminists next. She doesn't like men. You understand? This is a misandrist. She has a hatred of men. She doesn't like men. And she's gonna ride this through. And that includes gay men. She don't like the men she talking to, the dude she calling her little brother out. Just give that 15 minutes, they gonna fall out. They were already subtly arguing already when it was talking about fixing food. I said, all right, I can see how this was gonna go. Trust me on this. She fucks up with everybody. It's a mantra. But this your last time to fuck up, and I keep telling you that. There's no more fuck ups after this. After this, you're completely out. You don't have to believe me. Just ask Murph, he'll tell you. You're out this time. You're done. You're gone. And there's nothing you can do about it. And you know that as well as I know it. So you better sell it. You better sell it real good. Like I said on the last slide, you better sell it real good this time. You better emphatically have proof and make people believe you, because after 3 fucking years, you're still here on YouTube, homeless and all. Have some fucking pride about yourself. Go get yourself fixed up permanently instead of these little. You know, if you couch surfing, that's what we call it. If you're couch surfing, hotel hopping, that's not being stagnant. That's not having a place to stay. That's very inconsistent, you know. And the people that have been funding for her to do that are enablers, and you're irresponsible as well, because you don't know the outcome of what mentally that's makes someone think that they can do. It's actually a long time setup for loser shit. I know how to trade fraction shares. I know that get on here and put in work, and hopefully people will donate to my Cash App if I put in the work. Queen wears the crown. I disagree with that. When you have people like Mr. Beast, we have people like Marquise Brownie, when you have a whole bunch of different individuals, most of them white, but Marquise Brownie is black, and there's a whole bunch of other YouTubers that supersede what a lot of people in that sector are paying attention to. And what I mean by supersede, I mean like their material is totally different than that bullshit, you know? And so if you see the amounts that they get per CPM, per revenue from being a full tube YouTube personality, full-time TikTok personality, or whatever, it supersedes what most people make at their regular job. Even if you work, I'll even go as far as to say, even if you worked at that job for the next 5 to 10 years, you wouldn't see as much as the common YouTuber. I have to say that, not in today's world. Now, maybe at the early nucleus of revenue sharing, as far as like, YouTube and things like that, yeah, maybe. Because the CPM was actually much higher at that time than it is comparable now. Now, a lot of ad revenue providers are moving away from YouTube and picking other social media sites based off the fact of attention rate, click rate that they click on the what's the names. Do they usually press next after the 5 seconds is up that they mandatorily have to look at the video, whatever. So there's a whole bunch of money that's in the YouTube economy. The problem is there has, and I spoke about this before, for some reason or another, there's a space that is wide open, y'all, for people that particularly have salacious material, particularly do yellow journalism where they're talking against people all the time or whatever the case may be, and they rise to the top. Now, I find this specific, it's not particular between black, white, or Latin, but what it is particular between is gender. It depends on who it is, and it depends on what your outtake is. You know what I mean? All these moral clauses or whatever that a lot of people say, oh, somebody's begging for cash apps or whatever. Well, at the same time, the neighborhood you live in this past year has seen 3 people get shot and killed. What was your morality then? You get what I'm saying? What was your dignity then? What was your pride then? Um, you know, there's a motherfucker that came down here to Jacksonville, Florida, and shot 3 black people. Where's the morality and the clauses for that? You see what I'm saying? So, I think that's the whole thing about this gossip market. Sometimes it takes away from what we're paying attention to. Nobody's talking about this Jacksonville shooting right now, and that's more priority than this Jaguar Wright shit. You see, you got another problem with your hand. And I'll be quite honest with you, if she had a mind straight, I would say we could probably use Jaguar because she could shoot. You get me? But instead, we got a whole bunch of guys that are online that are acting like women, siding with women that are saying bad shit instead of telling women, hey, yo, shut the fuck up for a minute. Let us handle this. You can't do anything about it by yourself. You're not strong enough. And even if it was 4 of you, you wouldn't be strong enough against 2 weak dudes. You can't beat them. You can't physically whoop them. And even if you can get 1 of them or 2 of them, it's going to be the 3rd one that weighs 400 pounds, 350 or whatever the case may be, and works out all fucking week that he can't do nothing. You can't do shit. Average man couldn't do nothing to him. So what the fuck makes you think you can? It's all about knowing your perimeters. I know my perimeters. After I listened to some shit tonight, I think a nigga was alluding to he wanted to fight me. Nigga, nobody's out here. I know you live somewhere else because nobody's up here fighting. Oh, we ain't doing no fighting up here. Fuck this nigga talking about fight. Were we at 12th grade? Who the fuck is fighting? He said fighting. He's wilding. Fighting. All right. Anyway, he said fighting. He was alluding to fighting. I was just thinking about something in my mind. I'm sorry, I know that sounded off. This nigga talking about fighting. This nigga wilding. Anyway, I was just like, let me tell y'all something. Jaguar Wright, her story, her legend, and who she is coming to a conclusion. NYC is beyond crazy right now, King Wear the Crown. You understand what I'm saying? Have you ever seen in my earlier videos or whatever? Listen, I got a storage unit. I walk around. Let me stop talking so much. I have to walk around like that now. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I have videos on my page when I pulled out on niggas on my videos. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Everybody want to come to the New York City tri-state, but My best suggestion, if you ain't from, because you gotta be from up here, or if you ain't been here in like 2, 3, 4 years, shit has changed. And I honestly and truthfully will tell you, like, if unless you've been like, and unless you've been in New York the past year or 2 years, don't come here right now. Wait about another 4 or 5 years. Don't come to the New York City tri-state area. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, I earned my nickname. You think I'm playing? Been charged for my nickname. You know what I mean? 2 times for real. So I was four, well, including 14, that'd be three. No real fucking deal. I don't say that. You don't do that one. But it's a dangerous place now, and you don't wanna bring yourself up here unwillingly if you don't know the temperament of the city. Meaning, even the temperament that you may have once knew, if you lived in the New York City tri-state area 4 or 5 years ago, is not the same temperament that as it is now. People are more hesitant to shoot you. People are more hesitant to cut you up. People are more hesitant to attack you if they feel like you ain't respond to them the right way, whatever, whatever. Homeless people are very bold. You understand what I'm saying? They walk up on you, try to fight you, all kinds of crazy shit. Um, the particular homeless people that you saw that were mentally ill and crazy have now taken a more youthful form where they're like 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. These are the bulk of mentally ill motherfuckers. And they thinking it's sweet. Yeah, it ain't sweet and then why, Brody? It ain't sweet and then why? Unless you know the territory. I know Shorty live right there. Queen wears the crown. Unless you from up this way or you've been here in the past year and a half, you not gonna understand what's going on up here. And you gonna come up here on some 90s shit. Yo, what nigga said that? You gonna find out real quick. You the fuck what you say? Like there be a lot of these like older cats that be on here and they be gossiping and shit. They be older cats and they think like the rules is like the same like in 95 or some shit like that. And I feel like, yo, bro, ain't nobody thinking like that no more. You really don't be out here. And that's what it really boils down to. They don't be out here. They pretend like they be out here, but they don't be out here. They don't be walking around. They don't be moving around. And anybody y'all follow my channel, y'all know that's what I do. You know what I'm saying? You from Brooklyn, so I already know. You know what I mean? She said I'm from East New York. She from Brooklyn with Mount, what is that, Mount Basin, all that shit down there. I be down there Brownsville already. Brownsville. Yeah, I know East New York, man. I be telling everybody all the time, man, I be in Marcy and motherfucker, what's the name, right down the block. Like literally, I was in both of them. I spent New Year's over there up the street from Marcy like 3, 4 times right before you hit the little bridge on those. Yeah, 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 yeah. I already know. I already know. So yeah, it's back to this shit though. So Brooklyn, you know what I'm talking about. We don't be doing all that like here in this area, we don't be doing all that punk faking shit and lying. Like that lying shit can get you in a lot of trouble. Like you know what I'm saying? Like people be really wanting to see you off of lies. Like yo, but you said what about me? Like, for real. You know, why you think Remy shot that bitch in the stomach for lying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, when Remy shot that bitch in in the stomach. She did years over there. She did like 6 years over there. Yeah, for lying. The chick kept on saying, "No, I ain't take the money. I ain't take the money." Yes, you did, bitch. When she get shot at in the Bronx, you know what I mean? This shit you gotta think. Like, people be out here really playing games, like and doing all this internet gossiping and there's grown ass men joining in on it or whatever. First of all, there should be no listen, I keep trying to tell this doofy ass bitch, right? Bitch, you not looking for the niggas that agree with you. You should be looking for the niggas that's not agreeing with you. I'm gonna say that again. Bitch, instead of looking for niggas that agree with you should be looking for the niggas that don't agree with you right now at this point in your life. That's what you should be doing, Jaguar, right? You should be looking for anybody that comes against you in opposition and be like, all right, that might be the motherfucker. And I'm not talking about the salacious form of opposition, like, you just disagreeing with her to disagree with her, but you disagreeing with her and showing her a point along the way. Yo, bitch, don't do it like that. This is why. See what I'm saying? I think that's what needs to be done with her because she is wilding. You now pay a testament saying that you sat in rooms and all this shit. And I gotta ask myself the question, okay, Jaguar, if you saw all this shit, what did you do? What was you doing? Who was you fucking? Who was you sucking? And then the room get quiet with crickets and butterflies. You know what I'm saying? Like she wanted to be. No, it's not like that. See, the thing is, when you divulge people's information, you have to make inclusive of your own. You can't just divulge people's information and not say anything about your own. That's ridiculous. Make any sense? You see what I'm saying? And so that's one problem you have. The other problem you have is you've never proved anything that you've said to be true, but people have proved shit that you said as a lie over and over and over again. In fact, the vast majority of the vloggers, because I don't know what the fuck you're looking at to think you're in the winner's circle right now. Because only people that want to talk to you or bring them on your show is niggas that looking for the same type of flow that you have. That salacious yellow journalism, fucking shock jock bullshit that's faded out. Nobody's care about that no more. The average motherfucking vlogger does that shit. The average motherfucking uploader, the average motherfucking poster on any social media website. That's what they aim to do, shock you. So the shock value is going so much down that's not worth a shit anymore. And now what you're gonna find, you're gonna be in the era of integrity. Once again, I guarantee you. And somebody's going to usher it in, but you're going to get back in the warp of integrity and journalism because of pure simple fact you're going to be forced to do it. Okay, well, this guy keeps telling us a lie. We validated it was a lie 6 or 7 times over. So what's next? It's going to force the next person to know I can't fool that or whatever. That's why you have to have examples of people made. You see? Everybody has to be an example made every now and then for certain individuals for them to really get the fucking point. This little tap on the ass. So everything's coherent and copacetic. I will oblige you to know if you want to stand beside her and support her, be a friend of hers, relegate and delegate for her, be so it be. But please realize and recognize that every last one of you motherfuckers that do, I can guarantee you, once the word is out, and like I said, like her and her homeboy said, who am I? I used to just work in the mailroom. Don't nobody know me. Who's that Jew who just been up in there and putting up all those videos of recording Daddy's house recording studio in the same room that Big and Black Rob and all them niggas there? Who's that nigga up in Daddy's house recording studio? Who's that nigga over here and there? Yeah, that's a joke on her end. And that's the way she tried to explain me to some dude's show that I never even talked to, ever met before, and I've never said anything about. What's up, Pork Chop? That's his nickname, Pork Chop. That's what I call him. He cool though. You know what I'm saying? You gotta cut that skull Dudley though. That shit look like you somebody uncle. Cut that skull Gregory. You know what I mean? Take the motherfucking straight razor and hit that shit in the back. He got the George Jefferson fade going on, trying to look Gucci out here. That don't work that way. He look like, you know what I'm saying? He look like somebody uncle in the club. He came on the camera the other night. He had these black sunglasses on. I said, "You look like somebody uncle in the club." Like he about to say, "It's a whole bunch of skeezers up in here tonight." It's a whole bunch of skeezers. I'm about to get me some coochie. Ass motherfucker. You cut that back part of your motherfucking head if you going bald right there. You look like motherfucking the nigga that fix washing machines in building 11. Oh, that's George. He fixed all the washing machines. Look at all the keys he got. Ass looking nigga. Man, I haven't mentioned my motherfucking name again. These sucker ass blog niggas, these niggas are thirsty. Like, these niggas be like, they ain't never been nobody. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I understand what Shorty talking about too. But they never been nobody. And so what happens is, and what differentiates Jaguar from them, Jaguar's actually accomplished. But she knows this overhand purposely when she goes to talk to these vloggers, because I know the same shit. Difference is I don't use it as a calculation of being a fucking attributed to being a narcissist or an asshole to navigate my way through YouTube. I don't have to do that. That's sucker shit. Sucker shit. You get no name for that, you know? You get no name for that. We're not here to lie on people. We're not here to tell half truths. We're not here to key our way down and talk about and waste time on this Sunday talking about who's sleeping with who and who did what with who and who got pictures of who. And you didn't say a goddamn thing about these three black folks down in Jacksonville, fucking Florida, that got shot. I had to say something. And that's the problem I got a problem with. You get the people's attention, you tell them something that's worth something. You don't get the people's attention and just be killing them and spilling them with bullshit. Because you want a couple dollars so you and your bitch can go to the fucking local tavern. You bitches are real subjective and real selective. You picked Saturday. You went live during the morning, which you switched it up so you could have fun and have the whole night to yourself at night. Then when Sunday hit, since it didn't hit the goal the way you wanted it to, you made sure you was up early. So it looked like you with the Lord and God and all that. Just, come on, get the fuck out of here. That was a phony ass fucking sermon this morning. The reason I say it was fucking phony because he followed it up with 138 against 138 tenets and passages in the Bible against gossiping. You went from saying fucking prayers to gossiping. I don't know how much I can emphasize that to the crowd that's listening. But this bitch went from literally saying a prayer, and this is why I say I don't respect that woman that put on my page tonight. Respect women. This is not a woman. This is a bitch. I got two sisters. I know the difference between a bitch and a lady. This is a fucking cunt bitch, and you shouldn't want to mimic yourself out of her. And if this is the elk of what you measure a woman, she can say and do whatever fuck she wants to do, menacing day after day after day, then I have to question you as a woman. I'll say you're a piece of shit too. There's only piece of shit bitches go over there, and piece of shit niggas go over there and listen to that bullshit. For no proof, no nothing. Just a whole bunch of talk and chatter. And bringing on professional patronizers. That's what we call those guys. But the guys that always come to the parties all the time or whatever, and they rent a renter or you know what I'm saying? They got the fly shit on or whatever, but they don't do nothing. They don't do music. They don't rap. They don't sing. They don't compose. They don't even make fucking beats. It is professional patronizers. They come to the parties with, oh, we had tons of these motherfuckers. You kidding me? It still exists now too. That's nothing. That's new for you. That's new how she's trying to explain it to y'all, but to us, we know that shit. That's why I said, bitch, who you think you fooling? You trying to fool those people? Stop trying to fucking fool those people. So what homeboy was talking about, he tried to, and a lot of motherfuckers have tried to do this before, and they can't quite do it. What they do is they try to make it look like because they were professional patronizers, meaning that they paid to go to parties or they get invited to certain events or whatever the case may be, and they pull up in a renter that's a Bentley or a renter that's a Mozzie or a renter that's a Lambo. They pull up in the renter, right? And now they think they're on the same level as the fucking actual stars, at least for the next 2 or 3 hours until the record they want the rental back. So love your hustle, but your voice, I love it. Keep your good work. You a realist. Thank you. Always been the same person, Melissa Gorey. Believe it or not, I'm always been the same person. So these professional patronizers, they'll show up at the club or whatever, at the bar, whatever the case may be, that you're at the venue, whatever. Um, and they'll be in there and they'll fake a lot of people out. Usually got like a little, lease chain. That's another thing. And a lot of people don't talk about the little lease chains niggas be getting. Niggas be leasing chains from the jewelers. I don't know if y'all knew that or not. Yes, you heard me correctly. Niggas be leasing chains from the jeweler. And they'll wear that raggedy shit till it turn green and purple. And most of the time, it don't do that. But you know what I'm saying. They ride that motherfucker until they pay it out. It's 2027. You still paying on a fucking 5 carat because of all the interest with no cut on it or nothing like that. You should have got you a sapphire. It's worth more than that fucking diamond. Remember I told you that? I'm not going to say it one time. It's the most precious gem in the world. The crazy thing here is it's the supporters that are donating to her who I really want to talk about real quick. This woman's gonna say what she wanted to say. If you could tell by her mannerisms, where she's like, hee, you're good, kiki, and all that crazy shit she's doing on camera. Can't y'all see the mental illness is in the middle of that? That bitch is nuttier than squirrel shit. Nuttier than squirrel shit. And people are sitting there rooting her on. You go, Jag. You do it, girl. Man, fuck that. They gonna watch you, Jag. I'm trying to tell you, listen to me. These people gonna watch you go into a brick fucking wall. They don't care about you, all right? They're paying to see your demise. That chick you had over there doing the commentary, doing the modification, the mod job or whatever, that lied on me, that lied on Perry Sanders. I don't even fuck with Perry. You understand what I'm saying? But I will say this much. Was he fucking wrong about you? Yeah, he's an asshole. Yeah, his wife's kind of an asshole too. But do I respect him on that note? Yeah, because he was fucking right. Do I made whole videos about Perry at the time, defending Jaguar Wright. That's why if y'all wondering why I talk so outwardly about this bitch, it's because of pure simple fact this dumb, goofy bitch chose to fucking do gossiping and be a YouTuber versus making some new fucking music and using the revenue from making her music from touring, getting booked again. Where the real money is at, this stupid bitch wants to sit up here on YouTube and act like a goofy. They want to see her crack. They want to see her die. Queen wears the crown. I keep it a buck with you. They want to see her die. They want to see her die. And her dumb ass can't fucking see the fact that they want to see her die. They don't care about her. And she's sitting up here trying to please all these people, trying to make these people make it look like she's more than what she is. You are not a superstar, Jag. You are an act. An unsuccessful act for the most part, but an act. More successful than most are. Okay, you wasn't a star, but you were more successful than most are. Most people get one time, one single. You got opportunity after opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. There's only hell for a special accolade of certain people. I'll give you that. I'll give you that. It's terrible what happened to you with Geffen Records. I mentioned this, and then UMG, Universal Music, coming in behind them and acquiring them, and your music only being left with a handful of tracks that you could take with you. That's what you was playing on the fucking what's the name that one time. You didn't think I peeped that, huh? I'd heard that song on your unreleased shit. It's on YouTube, so you might want to get it removed, dumbass. The companies that bought your catalog ain't even seeing money off your catalog like that. That's why I said you ain't even got control of your own publishing right now. In fact, the only thing that you own is some little bullshit ass songs. So here's a little quick pinch for you. Take 3 of them songs, release an EP, and sell it. You own them. They gave them to you for that fucking reason, Dodo. So use the fucking 3 songs, make an EP, put the EP out and fucking sell it. Garner some revenue so you can start your shit. Cause right now you're looking fucking foolish. You're homeless. I don't give a fuck how much you say, oh, I'm staying at this person. I staying at somebody's house doesn't mean you have a crib. That means you're still homeless. Staying in a hotel doesn't mean you have a crib. That means you're still fucking homeless. You don't have an address, a readily place that I can come visit you or whatever the case may be, you're fucking homeless. You were itchy diamonds, huggy pampers. And you got a rock to piss in right now. You won't get on camera because physically you don't look great right now. And you know you had that little ugly ass green jumper on the other night. Your hair ain't together. There's something wrong with a group of individuals that were over there tonight, egging that girl on, enabling her, like as I spoke before in the past, and continue to enable her to her own self destruction. They don't care nothing about you, Jaguar. They care about their numbers. They care about being heard, in some cases being seen, but they don't give a fuck about you, sweetheart. When all the wheels are turned, oh shit. When all the wheels are turned and everything's done, you're gonna find out very quickly how much they don't fuck with you. And they're gonna leave you to your own contentions and your own convictions and your own constitution, and the whole time you're gonna be like, what the fuck? These people don't believe you anymore. And the vast majority of the people that are making videos are all contesting to the same thing. We don't believe it. 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 Over and over and over and over and over and over again. She's lying. She's lying. She's lying. And you think you look convincing, but you don't. You think you sound convincing with that fake ass Diane Carroll fucking accent. I don't know. You have to ask my husband. He knew, didn't he? Might give this bitch an Academy Award for sucking in the worst fucking interpretation of fucking sincerity in a voice octave I've ever heard in my life. She changed that shit like she's singing. Y'all never hear when she go into that little voice? That little fucking weirdo voice. I heard they were doing that. But of course they would, because goofy ass bitch. Out here stealing motherfucking people's language. I heard motherfucking Donut what he said. He said oblivion. Bitch, you ain't never used the word oblivion until you heard me say it. I said, well, King Payne, I told you motherfucking ass. This bitch was out here stealing our language. And she took some of his language off his page. His my shit, that's his shit. You know what I'm saying? And there's 2 other phrases he got too. With that my shit, I know that's his shit. And then I got my own little shit too. You know what I mean? So I was just like, yo, this is what we have to expect. That's the best way I can put it. This is a horrible woman who once was good, and she's sour now. And she will form anything, say anything, and do anything right now to save her last little bit of attention she's going to have in these last 6 months. These last 6 months. After this, nobody will want to hear from her because the kind of character that she has built and presented to folks, for one. Two, because what you're attached to. Salaciousness, dirt, scandal, assholeness, fifth grade twattage. That's what we're down to. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, guys, Talk to you in a minute.